I just did the reflection video for effective listening, and so I'm just gonna kind of get started. So I don't really think I'm a great listener. I mean, I pay attention to what people are saying, and like, for example, like if someone like needs something, and like I actively listen, but I don't, and like people could come to me, so I think that's kind of how I know that like I'm a good listener, but like I don't always listen, and so I don't think I'm like a great listener in that sense, because I mean I pay attention, and like kind of like in the video, we're not born being great listeners, and so it's like a skill issue. And that sounds really bad, like if it was a skill issue, please ignore that. And I think kind of people in the like older generations, they have the mentality of it's as I say and as I do, and what I say is right, so we don't question that. So I think, like, for example, like my parents, they were raised like that, so they don't have like the quality of like listening and understanding it's my way goes, and if it's not that, then you're wrong, and this and that. And so I think it's kind of like an impact of like the way we also like kind of like grew up. And so I would say that my parents aren't really good listeners, because they don't like to take into consideration sometimes what I have to say or my point of view. They just like think of like, oh, no, you're wrong. And so I think I've kind of like worked around that, and I think like people my age that have like immigrant parents, because I think like it's like an immigrant parent thing, can relate to that. And so like my best friends who are like parents of immigrants, they like children of immigrants, we kind of like can relate on that. And I don't treat them any differently, but I do. That's actually a lie. I take that back. I do treat them a little bit differently, and it's not like an intentional thing. It's more of like a bias thing of like on a more personal connection. And I can reflect on a time where I wasn't a good listener, probably with my little brother. I have a younger brother. He's like about to go to middle school, which is kind of scary. And I sometimes don't tend to listen to him in a very, I kind of treat him like if I was his like second mom sometimes. So I don't really take into consideration like what he like has to say. So I'm not a very good listener in that sense, and I'm trying to work on that, and I've actually gotten a lot better at that. And over time, I hope to, and it's impacted a relationship, because now I don't want him to like not come to me. So like sometimes like we have like a rocky relationship, but I hope like over the next couple of years I can fix that. But someone who was a good listener would probably be like my best friends, specifically like my cousin. He's a really good listener, and we're always like there for each other no matter what. And he doesn't just always tell me, oh yeah, you're right. No, he's sometimes like, no, you messed up, like you need to go fix that. And that's like one of the great things is like, because he's like a good listener, I think he's able to give me like full on advice, and not just like run with whatever I'm like trying to like side with. And so I think that's like very important as well. And so yeah, thank you.